makers, doodlers, scribblers, warblers, and today, puppety pals. Because yes, this is a puppet video. I love puppets. I love them very much. And despite what one friend keeps telling me, that they're not alive, they are alive. So while we've got some extra time, I thought I would go through my puppet cupboards and puppet storage boxes and just show you my puppets. Do you want to see my puppets? Now there's a proposition. If you're new here, remember to click subscribe if you would like to see future videos, and let's just go see some puppets. Yeah! This is the first one I'm going to show you, and it's probably one of my biggest ones. My lovely friend bought this for me, and I don't think I ever gave him a name though. Oh, I'm really sorry. Anyway, he's from Puppet Company, and he's beautiful. Look at his glorious fur. Yeah. He did not come with the extra hula hula doobry. That's an addition just to, because it goes with him, no? Style orangutan. He also comes with banana. Does it detach? Yes. If you want to, you can. It's on a little kind of plastic thing, which I've just left it attached because I don't want to lose my banana. But you can detach it, then he can hold on to it. He's got lovely... Where's your Velcro, dude? He's got Velcro on his hands, so he can stick his hands together if you want him to hold his hands together. Yeah. I like him very much. Snuggly. He's nice. He's my little bat. He's good in hot weather because he's like a fan. I bought him from my old workplace, I think, and I can't for the life of me because I'm losing my brain. I can't remember what company he's from. Oh, hang on. There might be a label. Duh. Oh. Raven's Den. Raven's Den. Bye. I mean, if this doesn't disturb you, what will? Let me just... Birthing bunnies! So, back a little while, how many... So, back a couple of years, can't remember how many, I had to make some bunny puppets for a production of Spamalot. That's what these are. So these are handmade puppets, and I had to make, originally it was going to be 3 versions, but then it just turned into 2 versions. So we have original bunny, who is nice and friendly. Yeah, he's got normal teeth, normal eyes, and boingy boingy ears, which I very much enjoy. Woo-hoo-hoo. Then Bunny had to change into something a little bit more terrifying. But he does have bloody bits on his teeth, because why not? And sort of demon eyeballs, demon veins going through his ears. Yeah. Oh, and he even has little red claws. He'll come to eat you. Yeah, that was what I was going for. But what's quite funny is that before I was alerted to the fact that they were only going to need 2, I did make 3. and so this one never got his face because I was waiting to hear what the different stage this bunny would be, and then he never got used. So he's a blank-faced bunny. And in the planning stages of making those bunnies, I've just found this as well, and in a previous video I showed you a tiny grey puppet head which I hadn't got around to finishing, and I obviously have a bit of a theme going with that, because I also have this one which is a lot bigger. But yeah, he's got a slightly stranger kind of shaped bonds. But yes, he turned out he's too big for the bunny section. So he didn't get finished. But there you go. Bunnies. Bunnies everywhere. This is one of my earliest puppets that I made. You can tell she's getting on a bit because her eyes are starting to yellow and her pupils are fading. Never mind. She's called Maybelle. I enjoy her movement of her fluffy bits on her bonds. She is made from I carved the foam and then covered her with felt, and she's a bit Frankenstein-y because you can kind of see the stitching all round her side, but it's smooth enough that I think she gets away with it because she styles it out. Yeah. She has little felty hands and a knitted sock body. Yeah, that got me going with the old circular knitting needle kind of idea, so thanks for that. I think she's quite cute. Do you want to go off that way? Okay. This is a very popular puppet that's available in lots of stores. I think he's by Aurora, and he is of course the Gruffalo. Oh, don't you know, there's no such thing as a Gruffalo. You get an extra little finger puppet of the mouse, which is on a Velcro, so you can do the whole scene if you wish. And he also has a friend, Gruffalo's child. Yeah, and she has a little Velcro sticky stick man, which is very nice, and they're just so plushy. Yeah. Oh, ooh, behind the ears. Ah. Thank you for your time. Okay, I'm being careful with this next one. I don't want to get the strings all muddly because that's very much a thing that could happen. Pinocchio! Yeah, and he is, as you can see, well, you can't see, but this is a marionette. I don't know, he was through our childhood. I don't even really remember where we got him. He's got fully movable legs, and I remember a lot of times, sorry, I'm talking to you with my chest. I remember a lot of times when he got muddled, and we've got another one too, which I'll just cut to you now. Come on, love, wake up. Oh, here she is. She's very nice. If I just lift up her little, she's got little green feet and a lovely little dress. She's a little bit light stained because for a while I had these hanging from the ceiling in my little puppet shed, but the problem with that is that this puppet shed gets a lot of light coming straight in and it was damaging them, so I thought it best to put them into hibernation. Off to sleep they go again. Almost forgot to show you this one because it's hanging up on my ceiling. Almost didn't take it down, but it's this fellow. He's got a little sword and a little shield, and I think my parents bought me this from Italy on their holiday, so it's very unique in my collection because I don't have another one like it. I think it was meant to be very much in their traditional style, so yeah, I really like him. He's very cool. While we're on the subject of marionettes, this is one that I made a good while ago. Here he is. I can't really see the whole thing of him. Never mind. But there he is. He's kind of like, his face is kind of like a little. Let me come closer to you. Oh yes. Oh yes. So there we go. Oh, focus. Yeah. So that's him. He's got a little moustache, and I very much enjoyed making his hands, and yeah, he's lovely and smooth and beautiful. Yeah, he's got a nice weight to him, and up here he's got a whole barrage of controls in a contraption, which these two do the arms, and this detaches so that you can do the legs, which you can't see at all. I made this on a course at Little Angel Theatre where we started our puppets. It was with a guy called John, I think, and he was from Puppet Craft. He was brilliant. I can absolutely recommend it. I think they still do that course every now and again, so look out for it if you want. I will link it down below as well, just in case you're interested. But it was fabulous, and it's only a week, so you don't get to finish it to this degree on the course, but you do get all of your parts, and you come home with them, and depending how quick you are in class, you know, you may just have them very roughly cut out. So then if you can, which is what I did, I got sanding and chiselling and doing it all at home, and I assembled him at home. So yeah, totally doable and very fun. I think he's one of the things I'm most proud of. I just found this bag in my cupboard. Oh, so let's open that up. Quite a few eyeballs looking at me out of this. This is another puppet company one. He's just very joyful, isn't he? Yeah, we can give him a bit of a fluffy do. Yeah, that's him. Again, I don't think you've got a name. If anyone wants to name any of these, please comment down below. I would appreciate suggestions. Who else have I? Oh, it's this bag. I'd forgotten what's in this bag. It's a little Westie. I think this is just one of the funniest ones that I have, because it's so random. I mean, it's a little, like, I think he's meant to be a chihuahua with a little sombrero. A friend at my old place of work gave this to me. Thanks, Joe. I've never seen its like before or since. I'm glad to have him. Oh. This is a little bear. He's pretty cute. I feel like he needs to sit down in a kind of sad way. My face has gone super bright. Oh, that's slightly more normal. That's the only problem with this shed. The light is very variable, so I apologise for the inconsistency through my videos. I don't have any professional stuff yet. Sorry about that. I honestly forgot how much I had. As you can tell, I'm quite puppet obsessed, although I'm sure there's people out there who have far more than me. So satisfying. I'll stop. I apologise, don't you know. Another puppet company, just very enjoyable. So enjoyable. Tell you what's even more enjoyable. Can't get my... Hold on! I can't get my fingers in. Baby! Yeah! It's a little baby crow and a mama crow, and they can snuggle. This is Sherbet. This was one of the ones I made a little while ago, and yeah, he's got little wire in his ears so you can kind of pose it a little bit, his ears that is, and a nice little netty bow tie. Yeah, it's just like a little green what's it. This is another made one. Oh, flip your ears back, love. Oh, they've gone a bit squashed since being in storage. This is, I think we called her Paige for a little while because of a project that was happening, but she's just a white bear to me, really. And she's got a tiny sparkly nose, I don't know whether you could see that, and little sparkles inside her ears. She's a little ray of joy, yeah. She was made from a pattern like Sherbet was as well. They are pattern cut with foam inside to keep their little bonces in shape. And yeah, she's got little stuffed arms as well. Oh yeah, and little sparkly paws. Along the same lines, oh, this was my very first pattern cut puppet. And this is Pink Bunny. Again, a little worse. Sorry love, you're a bit worse for wear from being in the box, aren't you? All your bits are squooshy. This is Pink Bunny. She's a little bit sort of sad looking sometimes, but also very cute. I enjoy you. She's nice to keep. She's very fluffy, and she reminds me of when I was learning very early on about making puppets. Earbird! This is Philo Fox. Yes, it was a funny pun. Well, funny to me and whoever was coming up with this at the time. Another pattern cut puppet, and he has been given a little tie this time. I was actually weirdly proud of this tie. I had to proper look up how to make one. He's a lovely jaunty flash of pink on a dull day. So I had the other birds. I also have this bird. Because why not? Birds for all occasions. As you can see, I have a few birds, but I also have a few monsters. This one's like a Dennis the Menace monster, and it's just got the maddest square head. Because like his body's really kind of like dangly in comparison. I don't know, he's funny though, I like him. He's quite hard to operate inside though, because my hands are quite small, so I can't really like reach the bottom jaw from inside very well, because it's so big. But he is very, very snuggly. And in other monster news, oh sorry, I've woken him up. Yeah, under there. Oh yeah. So this is another lovely purple monster. The nice thing about this one, a bit like the other monster one, is that he does have legs. So he's a full body monster, which is very nice. Yes, that's your foot. Surprise! He also came with a lovely stick as well for moving the arm about, although it's starting to come off a little bit, so I need to put that back on, but so that you can do gestures. He's nice, I like him very much. Oh, this is a big one. I made this one, get your glasses on properly, straight, kind of. I made this one for a library event for the Summer Reading Challenge one year when the theme was science, and yeah, I made him and walked around with him. My sister was the other hand. We had two hands where you could put your actual hand inside there and gesture and interact with the kids. Some kids did not like him, one did cry, but other kids really enjoyed him and wanted his nose to be able to honk and that kind of thing. So, you know, kind of half and half success. Right, could not even tell you where I got this. It's a type of marionette puppet, but I'm not going to undo all his strings because that'll take a while. But yeah, he's got a little trumpet, although actually he's got his tag on the Discoveries collection. No idea, can't remember. But yeah, so there's him, but then I also have this little lady with a little, what's she got, violin? Yeah, she's having good times. And then also have this one with, is that the French horn or something? You know, music aficionados will know if that's correct. So this is my second ever puppet that I made, and I'll do the first one that I ever made last. But this is Marigold, and she is based on rod puppet design. If I turn her round, she has a bar across the back of her head, just so that you can hold her and move her around, and she has little carved hands, but then the rest of her body is, she's got the lovely dress on, and she was made for a video idea I had that I never got around to making. One day maybe I'll make that, but yeah, that is her. And I did actually write a song for her as well, which I think is up on my SoundCloud. I think that one is up on there, so if you see anything called Marigold Song and think, why is it called Marigold Song? It's for her. And for the story that was surrounding her. To go with her was my very first original character, which is this one. This is Mr. Brinks, and I started him in an introductory to puppetry class way back at City Lit, I think it was, and he's got a rod in the back of his head, so he's a typical rod puppet. He's got rods on his arms and little, very vaguely carved little hands. He initially had holes in his hands because that's where the rods were, but I changed it to his elbows because I felt like it moved him better. He has this interesting outfit on and lovely little things sewn to his sleeves and stuff. He's quite jaunty, but the thing I love most about him is his fluffy eyebrows, and he was made as a very grumpy, outwardly grumpy looking character, and I think he does that with aplomb, and he is actually, he's kind of a little symbol to me of where I started my creative making journey, which is why sometimes in the background on other videos you might see I have a mural painted up on my wall, and it has Mr. Brinks sitting in a tree. So that's why that is. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I didn't bore you with all of my puppets. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help to support the channel. And if you would like to see future videos, please do click the subscribe button. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time. Bye!